Hello, welcome back. This is the Board Game Hero, and today we are going to do an unboxing video for Age of Civilization. I had this game for quite some time now, and then I just realized that I haven't made an unboxing video of this. So here we go. Age of Civilization is a simple worker placement game by Jeffrey CCH. This is a Kickstarter game. I got this mainly because it's for 1 to 4 players, but also my family or my game group loves strategy games. We are a very competitive game group. This is a meaty game in terms of strategy and the amount of thinking and planning that is involved in the game. That's why I love this, and it's packed in a very small box. You wouldn't even begin to think that this small box packs a lot of game in it, so it brings a lot of value to the table. So that's why I love this game. So let's go ahead and show you what's inside this box. Right. So first thing you will notice is the cover art. So this is like a mural containing different types of uh, culture or civilization. Here we have the Vikings, the Romans, the Incas, or whatever. I like this cover art. Okay, the first thing you will notice when you open the box, you will see the components here, the wooden ones. Let's bring it out one by one. So we have this currency, we have the player tokens, we have technology cubes, and we have the starting player marker. We have the score tracker. Okay, so we have all of these components here. Let's talk about it one by one. So this is a pawn, a wooden pawn. This just signifies the starting player. And this is a score tracker because we have a scoreboard or scorecard. This is what you use or what players use to track their scores. This is a meeple or a worker that you use to take actions in the game. This is a technology cube. This is for the technology track. There's a technology tree here that I will show you later, and we have the currency. This is equivalent to 1, and this is equivalent to 3. These are all wooden, but these two are painted, or yeah, painted with a shiny metallic paint. So that's why it looks different, but it's not metal, it's just wood. So all of this with the color, we have yellow, white, black, and brown. These are all for players. This is an interesting choice of color. I'm not sure what's the reason behind this, but it's probably for colorblind friendliness, but I'm not sure. But this is unusual. The colors here, I'm not used to it. Okay, so let's move on to the rest of the components. If you open, you will see a rule book and a scenario guide. Rule book is for, of course, it has all the rules, and it's up to 35 pages. It's also full of illustrations and examples, so it's not gonna be hard to navigate. And there's also variants here. My favorite variant is the innovation because it changes the game a lot. There are also solo game modes here, skirmish or path to glory. Then you have also the event tokens that I'll show you later. And then there's also drafting. So all the rules are here. Then we have the scenario guide. Scenario guide is for, for solo game mode. As you can see here, the path to glory. That's specially made for that. So you have different scenarios, different setup for each. What's good here is that you have illustrations, so you will not have a hard time following the instructions. Everything has a illustration of the setup. Then let's look at the other cards. This is the score track. I guess I can say this is the only thing that I hate about the game. Because you start from the bottom up and then you go back to the bottom up up, bottom up up. So I'm used to the scoring horizontally, 1 2 3 4 5. So with this one, when a player, of course, they will make mistakes when they're a beginner because they're also not used to it. But when they do make a mistake, it's really hard to go back and fix that mistake. So that's what I hate about this game. This is the only thing that I hate. Purely aesthetical. I can print one from the internet and that sort of thing. So that's not a big deal, but I hate that part of that component. So this is, they call this, I forgot. They call this, I think this is a permanent action card. So these are actions that you can always take regardless of the age or whatever it is on the timeline, because it will move. But we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, you have two of these. I don't know why there is two. Maybe this is for the solo game, but you only get to use one on multiplayer game. And then you will have technology track, or the tech track, tech tree. So you have science, engineering, gunpowder, and of course, just like in most video games or like in most tech tree, you cannot get to science without getting the first writing and education, and then you get to science. With this one, you get sailing, mathematics, and once you get to mathematics, you have a choice. You can go to engineering, science, or gunpowder. So there is a tree or a choice there, a path to take, and it also gives you different effects or benefits. And what's better is the innovation cards that I will show you later. Wait, I'll show you now, because it's we're going to move on to the cards. And this is what I'm going to show you next, is a variant that I told you earlier, which is my favorite. This is an innovation variant. You get cards at the beginning of the game, you add it to the pool or the market, and each player can get, can get one of these just by paying one cost, $1. So to use this is, so you have a tech tree, right? If you buy this technology, you put it over to its corresponding slot. So this one for science, you cover up the science. And then if you notice here, originally you will have science, education, and writing, but if you cover that with this, you will now get science, fortification, and masonry. So each player will have their own set of technology card now, instead of having uh, similar. So this will really change a lot of the game in terms of strategy and planning. So that's what I like in this game. It's just a small addition, but it changes a lot, which is really nice. So this innovation, you have 9 special technology cards. So that's nice. So let's move on. That is the technology card. Let's move on to this. This is the wonder cards. So in the game, you will have wonders. These are the Great Colosseum, the Petra, Angkor Wat. So these are the great wonders that was built during the time of men. So these wonders are the actual wonders that we had. So the wonders, sometimes it gives you a game end scoring, like this one, the Colosseum. At the game end, you gain points. Sometimes it gives you a benefit or a point at every turn end, or whatever they say here. Sometimes you gain points or money when you gain it. So those are the different uses of wonders. It gives you end game bonuses, uh, in-game bonuses, and bonuses by the time or the moment you get them, you build them. So you can build wonders using this one, you just pay the cost. Okay, so that's the wonder cards. Then next we have these are the action cards. These are the actions that you can take. You can get culture. This is plague, trade, fish, hunt, farm, build, and conquest. So we have that. That's 8 action cards. Then we have this. This is for these are special action cards as well, but this is only used for solo or scenario. So we have Black Death, Conquest, Trade, Farm, Tax, Fish, Festival, and another fish. So that's for scenario. Next, those are the cards. Then this is the main thing of the game. These are the civilization cards. Let's take a look at them. We have a total of how many? We have a total of 48 civilization cards. So let's take a look at them. We have the Celts, and we have Hittites, we have Italy, Sumer. Okay, so these are all different civilizations. No two civilizations are the same, and that's all 48. That's a lot of civilization, and they manage to balance it all out. So a civilization will contain its name, its logo, how many, this is not noticeable. Let's look at this one, Germania. We have at the left, we have how many people or how many workers you get. This is the ability of it, active ability, and this is the passive ability. So we have two spaces there for it for ability. Let's say your civilization is Arabia and you have annex Celts. So you just put it on at the bottom. So the Celts has fallen. Their active ability is gone, but their passive ability always visible, always active. Thematically, this is what Arabia has learned from the Celts. They learned how to hunt. Okay, and then later in the game, because you can only have 3 maximum civilization. Later in the game, when you choose to rise, Germania, or whatever you call that, when this Germania rises, Arabia falls, and Germania rises over it. This is now the active civilization. Everything that Arabia has learned will also be learned or absorbed by the new civilization. So that's how the engine building works in this game. You only have 3 cards. Okay, so those are the civilizations. We have 48 of them. Then we have these extra cards here. I don't know what this is, but probably this is for the solo gaming, the scenario. And then this is what I like about this game. They added a blank template. So we have a blank template for the wonder. So you can create your own by scanning this and then printing. And then this is a civilization, so you can create your own civilization there. And then also an event token, a blank event token, so you can also create your own event token. So what are event tokens? These are event tokens. We have 9 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we have 3 for the scenario, including the blank template. So this is the for the scenario mode. Okay, so this is also a variant. It's very simple. You just put it on top of an action card. So if there's a fish there, the last 3 action card will have their own event. So I guess that's it. That's everything you will see inside Age of Civilization. Okay, guys, so that's it. This is the unboxing of Age of Civilization. I really love this game. I recommend you get this. If you love strategy, if you don't have a big table, or you don't have a lot of time, because I think this plays quicker than most strategy games, but it gives you the feel or the itch of playing a heavy strategy game. So I really recommend this if you love strategy game, if you love ancient civilizations, engine building, worker placement. I recommend this. And that's it. Again, this is the Board Game Hero. Thank you for watching. See you again next time.